In this tutorial, we will be introducing the new plan group comparison report. This is an important part of the Dynamis presentation, as this is really going to do the heavy lifting when we need to see the details of one plan group versus other plan groups. We talk about in our presentation best practices the idea of once we've worked an employer through current and renewal in the dashboard, that sets up a logical time to introduce how to compare one plan group to another. So we're going to go ahead into the report menu, and I'm going to select Plan Group Comparison New. Now we get a default of all of the plan groups that are built out. So I'm going to uncheck everything but current and renewal so we can just focus on current versus renewal. Plan group page break should be checked when we have plan groups that contain more than 2 plan designs. The report is designed to accommodate up to 4 plan designs per page. So if we have a plan group that has more than 2 plans, we're going to want to indicate the page break so that we get a fresh page for each of the plan groups. Highlighting differences will allow us to be able to compare high-level components of the comparison group compared to the baseline. Let's go ahead and preview that report, and I'm going to go ahead then and preview it in a new window. It opens in a new browser page, and now we're able to get a look at the new plan group comparison report. Notice that the plan groups each have headers so that we can see which plan designs are associated with each group. The headers are going to give us the type of plan group, the name of the plan group, as well as the employer cost. So we're still able to quickly be able to identify the employer cost impact between current and renewal. Notice the decrement, so we're able to indicate how much higher this plan group cost is compared to the baseline current. Now under each one of those plan groups, we have the plan designs contained within each group. And if we look at how this information is organized, we start with benefits and then we have the financial breakdown. But as we take a look at benefits, we're starting to introduce the new way we're able to approach that employee impact. We start with single and family deductible coinsurance and out-of-pocket maximum. To that, we would add any employer funding and then show the net out-of-pocket max, taking into consideration how that employer funding impacts the employee's claims. The key is that right underneath that, we're adding the annual cost of the coverage for both single and family and introducing employee max annual cost as a value that represents a true employee impact, combining their net out-of-pocket exposure plus what they pay for the coverage. So now we're able to introduce a way to look at plan designs that doesn't look at employee impact separately as benefits here and financials here, but allows us to really roll up that net out-of-pocket cost and the premium cost to give employee maximum annual cost. This really becomes another metric to measure plan designs from. If we take a look at the renewal plan group, for instance, we can see here that the 2000 base plan is going to have employee max annual cost of $64.02 compared to the current, which is $62.52. That's really a reflection of the added employee cost to the 2000 base plan and renewal, assuming the employer keeps that same premium share. So we'll be talking about employee max annual cost in some of the other reports, as this is becoming a standard way of presenting that benefit side information that really focuses on the employee impact. Underneath, we're able to look at the copays, and then we have our financials. We can see the enrollment counts in each plan. We see the total premium, the visual of the bar graph. So we can easily see in this case the employer is paying a level 70% for all categories. We're able to see that employee impact and see what the cost of each plan design, both in current and renewal, would look like. And while we display the combined total on the plan group headers, you can see we also get insight into the employer costs for each of the individual plan designs. Taking a closer look at that employer annual cost, you'll notice that now in our plan group comparisons, we're starting off with total premium. Again, we had a lot of feedback saying we'd like to see that total premium in addition to breaking it down between employer and employee. So now we have the total premium for each plan, are adding to that we're taking from that the employer contribution and adding any funding. So the employer premium contribution plus any funding is what is summing up to the employer annual cost for each one of those plan designs. So again, the plan group comparison is going to be an important report, whether we're doing a live presentation and need to see plan groups compared, whether we're going to be preparing reports to take out for a paper presentation, or whether we need a quality leave behind follow-up to the decisions that are made in the meeting. Plan group comparison report will be a high impact way of being able to make decisions by being able to align plan groups for comparison side by side.